Lots of AI tools out there can provide some decent feedback, but today's tool can provide it to all of your students all at once, lets you review that feedback before you submit it to them, and even puts it in the Google document your student was already working on. You're not going to want to miss all the tips I have for you at the end of this video, but let's go ahead and get started. Jumping right in, this fine tool is brought to us by the fine folks at MagicSchool.ai, and you can find it in the top left-hand corner where it says Class Writing Feedback. If we click into the Class Writing Feedback tab, it's going to take you to the home page where in the top right-hand corner you can click in to Get Started. There you just click Create Assignment, and you begin by filling out the form right in front of you. I built an assignment for my Global Issues class. Down below, though, is where we really get into some important information. You want to click on Add Rubric, and when you do, it's going to take you to a page where you can create a rubric from scratch. You can upload a rubric you already have pre-made, or you can navigate to your rubric library, which allows you to go to rubrics you already have saved in MagicSchool. Here's a really important point, though. You want to provide a rubric with specific details. That way, when AI provides feedback, it's based on specific goals the students are trying to meet. If you provide a generic rubric, then it's only going to provide generic feedback, which isn't nearly as useful. After I have my rubric attached, I then go down to the next section where it's going to give me feedback options. This is where I'm selecting what kind of feedback I want my students to actually get. And if you leave all of these selected, just know that your students are going to be getting a lot of feedback, which may actually be too much. So be very specific with what you want the AI to provide. But I'm going to go ahead and leave all of them selected so you can see all of the possibilities available. Finally, at the bottom where it says Select Student Submissions, that's where you go into your Google Drive and you identify what documents you want the AI to provide feedback on. Now keep in mind, MagicSchool is FERPA compliant, but you may want to check with district policy to ensure that attaching Google Drives to any AI tool isn't banned across the board. I then select Start Assessment at the bottom and let AI do its magic before we go to the review page. And in the review page, you'll see a class average score that's going to be based on what AI assessed it as. Remember, as a human, you want to verify to make sure that these are the scores the students deserve. But then below, you will see the different students listed by name. Might be a good idea to have students submit using certain naming conventions like what class period they're in and what their name is so that you can quickly identify whose work belongs to who. And then on the right-hand side, you will see which ones still need approval and which ones have been shared with the students. I'm going to go ahead and click into one of the review sections so we can see what this looks like. And here on the right-hand side, we can actually see the assignment itself. And on the left-hand side, we can see the different feedback that AI is suggesting. So there's a glows and grows section where it says relevant sourcing foundation, you've identified credible sources, etc. There's also a next steps section where it tells the student what to do moving forward. And there's also a score breakdown. Let's say that I go through all of this and the feedback looks like it is on point. I split the screen, so the left-hand side is the live document, and on the right-hand side is the MagicSchool. Watch as I click Share to Student in 3, 2, 1. And just like that, it pops in the feedback directly into the Google document. Now, this is a really powerful tool. But like many powerful tools out there, it's really how we use it that's going to determine its effectiveness. This is not going to replace your professional judgment, but it may help us to accelerate it. And that's the point. We do not want to get into an educational world where students produce work exclusively with AI, and then we provide feedback on that exclusively with AI. Just like we want our students to have human beings in the process, we need to ensure that as educators, the human being is also still involved in the process. Next, I would actually encourage you to disclose to your students that the feedback is AI generated with your approval. This allows the students to take that for what it is, suggestions for improvement, but not some sort of final authority. And finally, with that in mind, I recommend assigning work related to the feedback. So you can ask students, do you agree with this feedback? Write me a few sentences explaining why. Or do you disagree with this feedback? Do the same. You could even turn it into a verbal assessment of sorts. And if you're interested in that particular type of assessment, you can check out this video right here. And if you appreciate getting this huge weight lifted off your back, then I would appreciate it if you hit that like button below. One quick heads up. After you use this with about 100 students, it does go behind a paywall. But just so you know, Magic School does not compensate us for making this. It is just that useful of a tool that I thought it was worth it to bring to your attention. I'm Luke with Groovy Education, where we have trained over 250 schools on responsible AI integration. You can hire us in the link below. You can also find access to our school community, where the first 1,000 educators get lifetime membership for free. But if you're interested in future videos, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, and it will alert you where we post every single week. But until next time, see ya.